In today's video, we're going to talk about how conversation routing works inside GoHighLevel. What's up, you guys? My name's Ashley, and this is really important because missed messages are one of the fastest ways to lose leads, even when traffic and automations are working. In this video, we're going to talk about how conversation routing actually works, why routing matters once you have more than one inbox or team member, and how to set this up in a way that feels organized instead of chaotic. By the end, you'll really understand how to make sure every message goes to the right place without manually sorting conversations all day. So let's go ahead and get into it. Let's talk about the basics first, which is what is GoHighLevel. If you're not familiar, it is a platform designed to manage leads, conversations, and automations in one place. Instead of messages coming through emails, forums, texts, and DMs getting scattered, GoHighLevel pulls conversations into a single inbox. Conversation routing is a feature inside GoHighLevel that controls where those incoming messages go. So rather than every message landing in one general inbox, you can route conversations based on rules that you define. Those rules can be based on keywords in a message, where the lead came from, or which team should handle the type of conversation. This is what turns your inbox from reactive to organized. Now, why conversation routing matters as you grow. When you're small, routing doesn't feel necessary. One person sees everything and replies manually. The problem shows up when volume increases. Messages pile up, some get answered late, others get missed completely. Team members respond to things they shouldn't be handling. Conversation routing fixes this by removing decision making from the moment. Instead of asking who should answer this, the system already knows. That consistency matters just as much as speed. Let's talk about how conversation routing works. So conversation routing is rule-based. A message comes in, GoHighLevel essentially checks the rules, the conversation gets assigned automatically. Those rules can be very simple or more detailed depending on what you need. The goal here is obviously not complexity. You really just want to be clear with who gets what. When routing is set up correctly, messages will feel calm because they'll be in the right place. Let's talk about some of the key features. So one key feature of GoHighLevel's conversation routing is keyword-based assignment. So this allows you to route conversations based on specific words or phrases someone uses in their message. For example, if someone mentions pricing, support, or a specific service, the message can be routed to the right person automatically. Another important feature is source-based routing. So this lets you assign conversations based on where the lead came from. Messages from paid ads, organic traffic, or referrals can all be handled differently without manual sorting. We've also got team-based routing. So instead of everyone seeing everything, you can assign conversations to specific users or team members inside GoHighLevel. This keeps responsibilities clear and just reduces overlap. GoHighLevel also allows routing to work alongside automation. So that means routing can trigger follow-ups, internal notifications, or tasks as soon as a message is assigned. The biggest benefit is reduced friction. Messages move where they should go without you having to think twice about it. Routing by keyword. So keyword routing is very useful when message intent matters. If someone asks about pricing, that message may need to go to sales. If someone mentions an issue, that message could go to customer support. If someone uses a specific service name, it may need to go to a specialist. Instead of reading every message to decide where it belongs, keyword routing handles it instantly. The key is choosing keywords that signal intent, not trying to cover every possible phrase. Now, routing by lead source. So lead source routing is helpful when different traffic sources need different handling. SEO leads may need slower educational follow-up. Paid leads may need faster response times. Existing clients may need priority support. By routing conversations based on source, you can tailor both who responds and how they respond. This also keeps reporting cleaner because conversations stay tied to how leads entered your system. Routing by team member or user team based routing is what makes GoHighLevel usable as you grow. Instead of one inbox becoming super overwhelming, conversations get distributed automatically. Sales handles sales, support handles support, admin handles admin. This just avoids confusion, duplicate replies, and dropped conversations. Clear ownership leads to faster responses and better experience for leads. So now let's go ahead and talk about how to do this in GoHighLevel. If you want to go ahead and follow along, we do have a link down in the description below. Once you click that link, you'll actually get access to an extended 30-day free trial. The normal is 14 days. Okay, so you can click start extended free trial. You'll enter in your company name, your full name, your email address, and phone number. And then you can go to step 2 and you will have to put your credit card information in, but just make sure that you set a reminder on day 28 or 29 if you're still deciding if GoHighLevel is for you. Once you are in here. We're going to go ahead and go into automation so we can build the workflow. We're going to go ahead and start with AI. So when a customer sends a message to us about an issue or problem, direct the message to customer support team. Let the AI go ahead and do it. Now you can see we've got the customer reply. Then it says if the message contains issue or problem, then it will go ahead and assign to Ashley robots. If you have a team in here, you can also do that as well. And then if it doesn't contain issue, then it will not. So that's how simple it can be and effective. It really just takes a couple minutes to go ahead and assign it to specific things. You can obviously change this to problem, issue, any other word that makes sense. And then of course you'll create other workflows as well that will assign to different parts of your team. Now, conversation routing, of course, works so much better if you use the automation. Once a message is routed, you can automatically notify the assigned team member. You can apply tags or even trigger follow-up actions. Another thing that you can do is, of course, you can assign the contact, but you also can add a task as well. So maybe this is like, just to even be more precise. So we'll want to the user, so full name, reply to the contact. Please reply ASAP, do now. And we can save the action. So it will also assign it, but also add the task as well. This just creates a really smooth handoff instead of relying on someone to notice a new message. Now, common mistakes with conversation routing. So one common mistake is just creating too many rules at once. Over routing can cause confusion instead of clarity. Another mistake is using vague keywords that trigger routing too often. Specific intent-based keywords are going to work so much better. Some teams also forget to test routing after setup, so testing is going to save you time later on down the road. Now for the pros and cons. So one of the biggest pros of conversation routing is organization. Messages go to the right place without manual sorting. It also improves response time. Assigned messages get handled faster than messages sitting in a general inbox. Routing also reduces mental load, so team members know what they're responsible for and what they're not. But on the downside, routing does require upfront planning. You need to think through message types and responsibilities. There's also occasional maintenance. As your business changes, routing rules may need to be updated. So just some things to keep in mind. Now let's talk about the different plans and pricing options of GoHighLevel so you can figure out if it fits into your workflow. So they've got a couple different options here. We've got the Starter, Unlimited, and SaaS Pro. The Starter plan is $97 a month. You get everything, including, the booking, pipelines, automations, website builder, and so much more. You also get unlimited contacts and users, as many as you need. And then you can set up to 3 sub accounts. Then we've got the Unlimited plan, which is $297 a month. You get everything in the Starter, but you also get unlimited sub accounts, API access, and a branded desktop app. And then lastly is the SaaS Pro, which is $497 per month. You get everything in the Unlimited. You also get auto sub account creation, and then rebilling is enabled. So find the plan that best fits your needs. And again, if you use our link, you can get that extended 30-day free trial to check it out and see if, again, it fits into your workflow. I just wanted to touch on a couple of bonus tips to make conversation routing actually work. So one of the most important things to understand about conversation routing is that it's not about perfection. You don't need to predict every possible message someone might send. The goal is to handle the most common situations well and let the edge cases be handled manually. When people try to route everything, the system usually becomes harder to manage instead of easier. It really helps to pay attention to patterns before you build the rules. So just spend a little time reading through incoming messages and notice what people are actually saying. The phrases and questions that repeat are the best candidates for keyword routing. This keeps your rules tied to real behavior instead of just assumptions. Another helpful habit is think about routing as ownership, not just sorting. When a message is assigned to someone, that person should clearly own the conversation from start to finish. This avoids situations where messages bounce between team members or get answered twice. It's also a good idea to review routed conversations occasionally, especially in the first few weeks after setup. This is going to help you catch rules that are too broad or too narrow. Small adjustments early on are just going to make such a big difference over time. And finally, remember that routing is there to reduce stress, not create it. If a rule feels confusing or hard to maintain, it's okay to simplify. It's so much more important to have a calm, clear inbox rather than some complex system that no one trusts. Conversation routing is a great fit if you're receiving messages from multiple channels or having more than one person handling conversations. It's especially helpful for teams, agencies, and growing businesses where your inboxes are getting pretty chaotic and you need to start to slow things down. If you're handling very low message volume alone, routing is probably going to feel unnecessary. I know how overwhelming it can feel when messages starting to come in from everywhere and you're just trying to keep up manually. Conversation routing takes that pressure off and gives your inbox structure. If you want to check out GoHighLevel and try conversation routing yourself, don't forget to use our link down below. I do want to mention that these are affiliate links, which means we may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. So if you do choose to use our links, we just want to thank you so much in advance for supporting our channel. Really helps us to continue to create free content just like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave any comments or questions below. This channel is dedicated to helping you build smarter automation systems within GoHighLevel so your leads never fall through the cracks. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.